Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Tech Curious. Today we are going to discuss the differences between von Neumann architecture and Harvard architecture. Vitruvius, the father of modern architecture, in his book De Architectura, has explained three major principles known as TRIDE, which includes utility, durability, and delight. Thus, architecture embraces functional aspects, technological aspects, and aesthetic aspects. And we also know that both computer organization and computer design are a part of computer architecture. Let us now discuss the classification of computer architecture. Von Neumann architecture was proposed in the year 1945 by Professor John von Neumann. It's also called as Princeton architecture or the machine of the Institute for Advanced Studies. Von Neumann architecture is a description of an electronic digital computer based on stored program concept. It consists of a CPU, that is a central processing unit, which further consists an arithmetic and logic unit, a control unit, and some registers. And it consists of input-output devices and a mass storage or memory unit. The diagram here explains about the von Neumann architecture. Von Neumann architecture explains about CPU and its interconnection with input devices, output devices, and memory unit. The architecture is based on stored program concept. Stored program computer is a computer which has got only one physical memory for both data stream as well as instruction stream. Based on theoretical concept of universal Turing machine, which is a mathematical tool which is equivalent to a digital computer. It consists of a single bus. A bus can be defined as a bunch of wires that helps in communication and transfer of data from one unit to another unit. This architecture consists of a single bus. It needs 2 clock cycles to complete an instruction. That is, one cycle is used for fetching the instruction and the other for transferring the data. Thus, this concept requires scheduling of an operation because both data transfer and instruction fetch cannot happen at the same time. This architecture also has a single address space. As we already discussed, it cannot read data and code at the same time. It is a basic architecture widely used in almost all the computer systems, ranging from a desktop computer to notebook computer, workstation to high performance computer. The development of control unit is very simple because it has a common single bus. The price is economical because the cost of production is minimum. Now let us understand Harvard architecture. It is also known as modern computer architecture that consists of separate buses or separate signal pathways. It also consists of separate storage for both instructions as well as data. The Harvard architecture was originated from Harvard Mark I, which was a relay-based computer which used to store instruction on a punchy tape as well as data stored in electromechanical counters. The general purpose electromechanical computer is also known as IBM's automatic sequence controlled calculator. It was widely used in the World War II. From the architectural diagram, it is evident that it has got two separate memories. One, the instruction memory, and another, the data memory. The advantage of using this architecture is an instruction can be completed in one cycle. It's a concept that is widely used in digital signal processing and microcontrollers. Harvard architecture is quite complex because it has two random access memories and two buses. That is, one bus and one memory is specifically used for data, and another bus and another memory is used for instruction or code only. This architecture is comparatively expensive. From the examination point of view, let us discuss the differences between von Neumann architecture and Harvard architecture. Von Neumann architecture uses stored program concept, whereas Harvard architecture uses modern computer architecture. Neumann architecture has a single bus system with one physical memory for both data as well as instruction, whereas Harvard architecture consists of two separate buses and two separate memories, one for data and another for code. To complete an instruction in von Neumann architecture, it requires 2 clock cycles, whereas in Harvard architecture, it requires only one cycle. Von Neumann architecture is simple, whereas Harvard architecture is complex. Von Neumann architecture is widely used in digital computers, notebook computers, workstations, high-performance computers, etc. Generally, Harvard architecture is used in microcontroller systems, digital signal processing applications, etc. Von Neumann architecture is economical and Harvard architecture is expensive. To understand it in a better manner, let us take a generic example, that is, a mixture of dry fruits can be treated as von Neumann architecture, whereas separation of dry fruits can be treated as Harvard architecture. Thus, the architectural diagram can also be represented in these following diagrams. Here, we are using the same memory, that is single memory, for data and instructions in the von Neumann architecture, and it is shared with processor as well as input-output units. Whereas in the Harvard architecture, we have two separate memories, one for data and another for code, which is shared with processor as well as input-output units. I request you all to press on the bell icon to subscribe my channel Tech Curious. I also request you to like, share and comment. Thank you.